Cape Coast was the capital of Ghana until 1876, when the ruling British moved the administration to Accra, 100 kilometres up the coast. And this is Cape Coast Castle, one of around 37 forts dotted along the Ghanaian coastline. It was built by the Swedes in the mid-17th century, and like most of these forts, was designed as a trading post for gold and ivory. Less than 10 years later, it was captured by the British and began its life as a slave trading post. By this time, slave trading was firmly entrenched in African life. The Portuguese, the British and the Americans, among other Western nations, used fear and strong financial incentive to enlist the help of a small but significant number of Africans to aid them in their quest for slaves.
It's very original. When you go to some places, they try to modernize it to look nice.
Just up the road is Fort Amsterdam. Even the great Satchmo Louis Armstrong claims his relatives were shipped through here.
It was an English castle before.
It was interesting to note that while the demand for slaves came from more economically developed nations, the evil and wickedness employed to capture and maltreat the slaves was, and still is, common to all races.
This cooperation of atrocious deeds between Westerners and Africans led to the kidnapping and forced acquisition of millions of people.
Yes.
Dungeon?
Yeah, dungeon. One of the places for the storage of the slaves.
The captured Africans were held in appalling conditions of darkness and filth.
It's another cellar for the slaves in here.
Crammed into dungeons for anything up to 2 months. Punishment for the mildest form of dissent was often solitary confinement and forcing the prisoner to starve to death.
Because in the beginning it was trading and there was no slavery. Slavery only came when America and the Caribbean were discovered. And when there was the need for workers, then they tried to take some people there so that they could work on farms.
Slaves were led through hellholes like this and onto boats of squalor and depravity that claimed nearly half of their passenger cargo.
There's the door of no return, where the slaves went through. And they came out through there and went down onto the beach where they were carted out into the slave boats and taken away on unspeakably bad voyages.
Today, of course, the only despicable thing that occurs here is the odd loudmouth tourist with too much beer under their belt.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes.
Peace and solitude is far more apt for the reflective mood that these places now deserve.
That was just a beautiful piece of relatively untouched history. This is one of the great things about having your own transport. You can just stop wherever you want, go in wherever you want, have a look for however long you want, and it's lovely. I'm really, really glad we stopped here now. We've come a long way from the desert to the coast, and here it is, the ocean. Boy, have I been looking forward to this. It's beautiful.